Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJO Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1969 postseason is on the air. Today we are at Memorial Stadium. This is game one of the American League Championship Series between the Boston Red Sox and the Baltimore Orioles. The Red Sox needed 5 games to knock out the Oakland Athletics. The Baltimore Orioles needed 5 games to knock out the Minnesota Twins. So both these teams should be ready to go against each other for this best-of-7 ALCS. I do apologize for the way I sound. I'm still battling a cold. So if you hear me blow my schnoz or sneeze, there's nothing much I can do about it. Because when you're sick, you're sick. And oh yeah, we have a nice little storm named Milton heading our way. But the storm is heading for the central part of Florida, but we are supposed to get tropical storm force stuff down where I live. So we'll see what happens on Thursday when this thing's supposed to be here. Cutter Historical, Jeremy Brooks, Doug Hunt, and David Vega join us here at Memorial Stadium. So there's a best-of-7 ALCS. Let's see what happens in the junior circuit, as the senior circuit has already gotten started. As I said, forgive the way I sound. I'm still battling a cold, so you're going to hear me blow my schnoz throughout the entire time. Nothing much I can do about it. So let's get started. Starting pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles, their number 1 starter and one of the greatest of all time, gentleman Jim Palmer. He is 1-0-1 for the postseason. We are at Memorial Stadium. Pitchers Park, 133 home runs hit there, -2 to strikeouts and -1 to walks. So let's see how these two go together, and we will get set and ready to go as Matthew Stringer joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Red Sox will be the first baseman, Dalton Jones. He is 5 for 18 for the postseason. We're going to use orange, white, and black dice. Orioles are the home team. Not an empty seat here at Memorial Stadium, and we are set and ready to go. Let's now start the championship. I hope you can get some audio here. I'm seeing everything should be good. You might want to refresh your browser there, David Vega. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Let's see how the junior circuit goes. Palmer, 5-4 against the lefty. It's a blank. Jones, 5-5. That's a ground out to second. That'll be handled by Davey Johnson, and he'll throw it over to first. Next batter, the second baseman, Mike Andrews. He is batting 2 for 9 for the postseason. Only 2 for 9? Am I sure about that? Let me make sure about that. Only 2 for 9 for Andrews? No, 2 for 19. My bad. Should keep that track. 2 for 19. That's better. 2 for 19. Palmer will pitch. Palmer, 1-3. That's an automatic out, and that's going to be a fly to right. Taken care of there by Frank Robinson, out number 2. And now the left fielder, Captain Carl Yastrzemski. He is 4 for 18 for the postseason. He does have a couple of bombs. Dwayne Cameron joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Palmer, 4-6. That's a blank. Yaz, 2-4. Pop out to the shortstop, and Mark Belanger is going to go ahead and get that. They'll make the play, and that's a 1-2-3 inning on the Red Sox. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Boston Red Sox, their number 1 starter, Mike Nagy. He has no wins, 1 loss, and 1 no decision in the postseason. Leading off for the Orioles, the left fielder, Don Buford. He is 8 for 18 for the playoffs. Nagy, 1-3. That's a blank. Buford, 3-5. That's hit hard to right. That's an 8. And that's going to be a double for Don Buford against a righty. So Buford leads off with a 2-bagger. And he will head to first. And now the center fielder, Paul Blair, he's batting 400 for the playoffs. Nothing on the 11. Buford on at second. Nagy, a 3-2 against a righty. It's blank. Blair, 1-4. That's flied to left field. Captain Carl, you will go ahead and make it for out number 1. Buford, base runner 4, hit to left -2. Yastrzemski -2. Buford staying where he is. And that will be the first out. Of course, rest in peace to anybody who didn't know. Rest in peace. Speaking of the Red Sox, rest in peace to El Diante. Louis Tiant passed away today at the age of 83. Some people think he belongs in the Hall of Fame. I kind of think that too. He should be in the Hall. Rest in peace, El Diante. Here's the right fielder, Frank Robinson. He's batting 400 for the playoffs. He has a couple of bombs. Strategy, nothing on the 19. Nagy, 6-2, strikeout. That is high. Robinson, 2-1, and that's a grounder to short. Taken care of there by Rico Petrocelli, and Buford will hold the second base. He will stay put for out number 2. And now the first baseman, Boog Powell. He's batting 238 for the playoffs. He has a bomb. Yes, I didn't know if anybody knew that Louis Tiant passed away. Yes, he was not on the Boston Red Sox on 69. He was on Cleveland. I believe he was on Cleveland that year. Strategy, nothing on the 13. Nagy, 5-2, walk. That's ball 4. He will walk Powell. First walk given up by Nagy. He had 103 of them in 69. He had control issues. And now the human vacuum cleaner, the third baseman, Brooks Robinson. He's batting 250 for the playoffs. Runners at first and second. That's a 20. Nagy turns around, fires to get Buford, but Buford will get back. Now Nagy will pitch. Nagy, 5-3, strikeout, swing and a miss, struck him out. Robinson doesn't strike out much, but he will get that. No runs and a hit for the Orioles. And after 1, no score. Oh, dang it. I've not had a cold kick my ass in a while. And the thing about it, as nasty as I'm blowing my nose into, I don't want to get the cards ruined. So I kind of take care of my stuff. Top of the second. Leading off for the Red Sox, the center fielder, Reggie Smith. He's batting 300 for the playoffs. Palmer, 2-1. That's a pitcher result. That 17 is too high. Smith, 4-3, and that is a ground out to short. That'll be taken up by Belanger, and he'll throw it over to first. 1 out. The last time out, Palmer had a very good outing. Here's the shortstop, Rico Petrocelli. He's batting 238 for the playoffs. He does have a home run. Palmer, 5-1, strikeout. That 12 is high. Petrocelli, 4-2, and it's a line out right to third. That's grabbed by the vacuum cleaner. And that's the second out. And now the right fielder, Tony Conigliaro. He is batting 150 for the playoffs. He's way under his average. Palmer, 3-4, possible error. Conigliaro, 4-4. That's a line drive right to first. That's gloved by Powell. There's no errors on lineouts unless there's somebody on base. And he's going to make the catch and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Bo Sox. Bottom of the second coming up. And yes, my Mets do have a 2-1 lead on the Phillies. And I'm hoping they close it out tomorrow night because you do not want a game 5. Leading off for the Orioles is the second baseman, Davey Johnson, future World Championship manager for some team in 1986. Batting 137, though, for the playoffs. Nagy, 4-5, walk. That 18 is high. Johnson, 3-6, flies out to center. And that will be taken care of there by Smith, out number 1. And now the shortstop, Mark Belanger. He is batting 381 for the playoffs. He is having a good start. Nagy, 3-1, hit by pitch. Plunk, ouch. He will hit him. He's a 2, but Nagy a +10 makes him a 12, and Belanger will go to first. First hit batter of the game. And that will bring up the catcher, Ellie Hendricks. He's batting 143 for the playoffs. He does have a home run. Belanger on at first. He'll stay there. Nagy, 1-4. That's a pitcher result. That 16 is going to be an automatic out. And that's going to be a ground ball to first. So 1-1-1. Shortstop pivot. Petrocelli a 0. The only way they'll turn a double play is on a 1. And they got it. Side retired. Great play by Jones, who throws to Petrocelli and back to Jones. And the Red Sox get out of it. No score after 2. Nothing across except the hit batter. As I do apologize for how I'm sounding right now. And I'm really not trying to overdo it. I'm probably going to go to bed early. But I am also keeping up on the score for my Panthers, of course, as they're opening their Stanley Cup defense against the Bruins. And speaking of Stratomatic hockey, that will be coming up in the future. So be prepared for that. I'm actually been playing that game offline, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. Top of the third, leading off for the Red Sox is the third baseman, General Patton himself, George Scott. He is 2 for 17 for the playoffs. Palmer, 4-6. That's blank. Scott, a 6-3, and he gets a base hit. Scott will go ahead and get a single. That'll be past third. And now the surreal surprise for the Red Sox is the catcher, Tom Satriano. He is 7 for 17 for the playoffs. Believe it or not, he's the leading hitter for the Red Sox. Infield is that double play. So you're liking at the quality of carded players notwithstanding. The hockey season, the new hockey cards are actually the same thickness as these. They are a lot strong. They are 110-pound card stock. I have all the players thanks to the extra cards that they provided and that I've downloaded and such. So actually, I have every player in 2023-24. The greatest hockey season of all time, of course, because some cats won the championship, won the cup. Here's Satriano. Strategy roll, nothing on the 10. Palmer, 2-4. Strikeout, 14 is high. Satriano, 6-1. And that is a base hit past second base. And that's going to be good enough to get Scott over to third. Tom Satriano has been excellent in this postseason. Runners in the corners, no one out. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Mike Nagy. He had an .077 average and 2 RBIs in 69. No, Cutter Historical. You misspelled 2023-2024. You misspelled that. They're going to play the infield in with runners at the corners here. They don't want any runs to score. Strategy and nothing on the 16. Palmer, 3-3. Strikeout. Got him. They'll get Nagy. And that will be strikeout number 1 for Gentleman Jim. 1 down. Now the batter is Jones. Now they're going to go into double play depth. DB joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Game 1 of this ALCS between the Bo Sox and the Orioles. Strategy, nothing happening on the 4. Palmer, 2-5, walk. And yep, that's ball 4. He walked Jones. So now Palmer's in some trouble here as he gives up his first walk. And the bases are full of Bo Sox for Andrews. Andrews is 0 for 1. Top of the third, no score. Orioles and Red Sox. Orioles are at double play depth. They're going to try to play for the outs. And that is a 2, nothing happening. Palmer, 4-6. That's a blank. Andrews, 4-1. And that is a line drive to second. That's caught. And with the bases loaded, a 1, 2, 3, or 4, it's going to be a double play. And it is, and it's a line drive, and he's going to double off Satriano, and the inning is over. That is an L4 unassisted as he hits the line drive and tags the bag to force out Satriano. So bases loaded for the Red Sox, and they get nothing. They lose. Good day, sir. Bottom of the third, leading off for the Orioles will be the pitcher, Jim Palmer. He had a 203 average and 6 RBIs. You definitely do that better when you're not battling a cold. I know. Nagy, 5-6, error, grounder. Palmer, 3-4. That's going to be a base hit to left field. Left fielder is Yaz. His error rating is a 3. That's a 15. He won't make an error. And Palmer is going to be safe at first. So Palmer gets a single and says, DH? I don't need no stinking DH. And now the batter is Buford. Buford got a double his first time up, infield double play. Webb Johnson joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Yes, Webb, he was also one of my favorite pitchers of the 70s, and I'm pretty sure here nobody will have a problem if I say Jim Palmer was one of the greatest of all time. Absolutely. I need some stinking cold meds. If I take the cold meds, I'll fall asleep while I do this. The only thing I have is NyQuil, and that'll put me right out. So, got to go through it. Strategy roll, and Palmer stays put. Nagy, 4-2, walk plus 10, and that's ball 4. So now Nagy's in trouble here in the bottom of the third. As he gives up a walk, and now the batter is Blair, and Blair is 0 for 1. You need daytime tablets. Not really. They don't help me much. I know you're probably right, Cutter, but I've used them before, and they never work. John Haverly joins us here at Memorial Stadium. So runners at first and second. Nobody out, bottom of the third, no score. Strategy, nothing on the 3. Nagy, 3-6 against a righty. It's a blank. Blair, 5-1, and he popped out to first base. That's going to be caught by Dalton Jones. Boy, this cold is kicking my ass. And that's out number 1. Dang. Next batter is Robinson. He's 0 for 1. Runners at first and second. 1 out here, bottom of the third. Robinson is 0 for 1. Strategy, nothing on the 15. Nagy, 5-6, error on a grounder. Robinson, 4-1. That is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to short. Petrocelli's range is a 4. That's an 8. He will not make an error. 3-3-4. Second base pivot. Andrews plus 1 is a 5. And they got it. Side retired. No runs and a hit and a walk. And the Orioles don't get anything either. No score after 3. By the way, the Red Sox had no runs on 2 hits in the top of the inning. I did not state that. Pitchers duel so far between these two early on. We go to the top of the 4th. Captain Carl Yastrzemski leads off. He's 0 for 1. Game 1 of this American League Championship Series. Red Sox and the Orioles. Who would have... The Orioles I kind of figured would be here, but Red Sox? Palmer, 5-1, strikeout, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that is the second strikeout for Gentleman Jim. And now Smith. Smith is 0 for 1. Palmer, 2-3, error on a throw. Smith, 4-1, ground ball to second base. That ball is hit to Andrews. His error rating is a 9. That's a 16. He won't make an error. He'll throw it over. I'm sorry, that's hit to Johnson, but his error rating is a 5. Still doesn't matter. He doesn't make an error, and that's out number 2. Forgot the Orioles are in the field. Here is Petrocelli. I may have to speed things up here. Really may have to speed things up. Because this thing is really kicking me. But I'm going to play on. Even when I'm sick, even when I have COVID, even when I have a sore throat, RJL Network stays on. Unless, of course, this hurricane knocks out power, then, of course, there's not much I can do about it. Here's Petrocelli. He's 0 for 1. Palmer, 1-2, strikeout, 18 is high. Petrocelli, 6-3, and that's a single pass short. Petrocelli will get a single to keep the inning going. And now here's Canigliaro as D. Scott Howard, the GOAT Whisperer, joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Canigliaro's 0 for 1. Petrocelli, he'll stay put. Palmer, 5-4. Against the righty, it's an automatic out, and that's going to be a fly to right. And Frank Robinson will get to it and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Red Sox. We go to the bottom of the 4th here. And I may just have to speed things up. So forgive me if I have to do that, because I really am not feeling that great. I need to take some NyQuil and throw my ass into bed because I'm still going to work tomorrow. However, my work is going to be closed as Milton pays us a visit on Thursday. Leading off for the Orioles is Boog Powell. He walked his first time up. Nagy, 2-3, range play. Powell, 5-5, pop fly ball to first. Dalton Jones's range is a 3. He'll make the catch. Out number 1. Nice play by Jones. Next up is the vacuum cleaner. Robinson's 0 for 1. Nagy, 3-1, hit by pitch. Yep, plunk, ouch. And that's the second hit batter of the game. So if Nagy hits another one, there's another hit batter, that pitcher's going to be ejected, and that brawl reading on the rare play will now take effect. It's an infield double play, and here comes Johnson. Johnson's 0 for 1. Robinson on at first. He'll stay there. Nagy, 5-2, walk, 17 will miss. Johnson, 2-2, ground out to second base. 3-3-4. Shortstop pivot, Petrocelli, 0, 1-4. They turn it, side retired. 4-6-3 double play, nothing across except a hit batter. No score after 4. Last night's game was pretty much a pitcher's duel until the San Francisco Giants shook off the rust and then bombed the Cubs. Top of the 5th, George Scott leads off for the Bo Sox. He got a single his first time up. Palmer, 1-3, automatic out. And that's a fly to center, fly out to center. Next up, Satriano. He got a single his first time up. Palmer, 5-3. That's a walk plus 10. He'll walk Satriano. Satriano's has been getting on base. That is the second walk issued by Palmer. The next batter is Nagy. He's a lousy bunter. But they're going to call the corners in, expecting him to bunt. And that's a 20, though. Palmer's going to go ahead and fire to first. And, oh, he almost balked. He almost got called for a balk. That's a 3. A balk would have been a 1. But nothing's going to happen. So Nagy's going to go ahead and lay down the bunt. Palmer, 1-2, strikeout. And he'll strike out Nagy anyway. On a bunt, you have the strikeout. So 26 minus 2 is 24. Divided by 2 is a 12. That's a 5. He still struck him out. And that is out number 2. Third strikeout for Palmer, as Nagy couldn't do anything with that. And now here's Jones. Jones is 0 for 1 with a walk. And nothing happening there. Palmer, 1-3. That's an automatic out. And that's going to be a ground out to short. Taken care of there by Belanger. He'll throw to first and retire the side. Nothing across except a walk We got a pitcher's duel here at Memorial Stadium. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Dang. Been a while since I've had a cold kick my ass. Nagy back on the mound. And Mark Belanger leads off for B-Moore. He got hit by a pitch. Nagy, 4-4 against a righty. Strikeout, 20 is high. Belanger, 6-5. That's hit to right field. That's a 20. No, and that against the righty has no chance. And that's just going to be a fly ball deep to right. But Canigliaro is going to have plenty of room near the track, actually. That's out number 1. Next up is Hendricks. Hendricks is 0 for 1. Bring out the tarp, Robert. Finish it when you're feeling better. Nope, we play on here. This is RJL Network, where even when this guy's not feeling good, we go ahead and play, unlike, the other channel with the fluffy cat. Although he does play when he's not feeling good too sometimes. But if he doesn't play because he's feeling bad, he's really not feeling good enough to play. I love Dave. Nagy, 4-3. Range play at the park. Hendricks, 1-6. That's hit to right. That's a 6. That's going to be a... Oh, wait a minute. Range play at the park. I'm sorry. 1-6. It's a grounder to second base. My bad. That's hit to Andrews. His range is a 3. And he won't get it. And that's going to be a base hit. So Hendricks will still get a single anyway, as Andrews couldn't make it. Now the batter is Palmer. He's going to swing away. He's got good hitting ability. Infield a double play. Hendricks will stay put. Nagy, 5-4, blank. Palmer, 6-5, base hit left field. Palmer gets another single. Hendricks, base runner 2. Single to left, though, a -4. No chance for Hendricks to get the third due to Yaz's arm. And it's runners at first and second. And once again, Jim Palmer says, DH? I don't need no stinking DH. Here's Buford. Buford is 1 for 1, a single and a walk. Runners at first and second here for the Orioles. Nagy in some trouble here. 1 out, bottom of the 5th. Strategy. Nothing on the 3. Nagy, 3-5. And that error on a throw. Buford, 1-5. That's a fly out to center field. That's going to be out number 2. Now, Hendricks, a base running rating of 2. Center might hit the center -1. Smith, a -1 equals a 0. So Hendricks is not going to even try to go to third. So there will not be a throwing error. 2 outs now for Blair. And Blair is 0 for 2. Nagy holding his own here in this game. Runners at first and second. No score. Strategy and no play. Nagy, 6-6. Home run chance. Righty. 1-6, 1-11. The 6 is good against the righty. Blair needs a 17. Does Blair put the Orioles ahead? Yeah, pretty high, pretty deep, pretty gone. Kaboom! 3-run bomb, Paul Blair. Stadium cheers. Yay! Paul Blair hits his first bomb of the postseason, and it's the Orioles taking a 3-0 lead. You're hoping for a sneeze with that kaboom. So Paul Blair hits his first bomb. He had 26 of them in 69. He had power. And so the Orioles now take a 3-0 lead on that bomb. And here comes Robinson. Robinson is 0 for 2. Still 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Webb Johnson, we appreciate your baseball tenacity. Hey, there's no sick crying in baseball. Nagy, 5-1, blank. Robinson, 6-3. Ground out to third. That'll be handled by Scott. And he will take it and toss it over and retire the side. 3 runs, 3 hits. A 3-run bomb by Paul Blair, his first of the playoffs. Orioles take a 3-0 lead after 5. Top of the 6th. And Mike Andrews leads off for the Bo Sox. He's 0 for 2. Palmer, 3-5. Home run chance, but the 18 is high. Andrews, 5-6. And he hits one to center field. That's a 19, and against a righty, that's going to be way out of there. And getting back there is Blair, and he'll make the catch on a fly out to center. Here's Yaz. Yaz is 0 for 2. Palmer, 2-5. Walk. And, yep, that's ball 4. He will walk Yaz. So Yaz draws a base on balls. That is the 3rd walk given up by Palmer. And now here's Smith. Smith is 0 for 2. Infield is at double play. Yaz will stay where he is. Palmer, 3-4. Possible error. Smith, 4-1. That's a ground ball to second base. That ball is hit to Davy Johnson. His error rating is a 5. That's a 5. It's going to be an error, and everyone's going to be safe. Davy Johnson is going to get an E4, and that's the first error on the Orioles. And runners at first and second. Johnson didn't make that many errors at second, but he makes one here. And so now the Red Sox get an extra out, and here's Petrocelli. Petrocelli's 1 for 2. Palmer looking at Davy Johnson and say, hey, look, you know, you're playing baseball. You're playing baseball here. You'll be managing baseball in 86, winning a title. Strategy roll, nothing on the 15. Palmer, 3-3, strikeout too high. Petrocelli, 1-2, and it's a grounder to second base. 2-2-3. Shortstop, pivot Belanger, +1 is a 4. And they got it. Side retired. 4-6-3 double play. No runs, no hits. There was an error, but the Red Sox couldn't take advantage of it as Petrocelli hits into the 4-6-3, and this time Davy Johnson makes the play. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Boog Powell leads off. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. Nagy still has plenty in the tank, even though he did give up the bomb. Nagy, 4-2. That's a walk +10 and a walk Powell. Powell very good at drawing base on balls. And that's his 2nd walk. And now here's the vacuum. The vacuum cleaner is 0 for 1, got hit by a pitch. Powell is going to stay where he is. Nagy, 4-1, strikeout 20. Robinson, 2-3. That's a ground out to short. 3-3-4. Second base pivot, Andrews, +1 is a 5. And he got it. 2 outs. Wow. Both teams hitting into twin killings. 6-4-3 double play. And now here's Johnson. Johnson's 0 for 2. 2 outs now. Orioles still have a 3-0 lead. Nagy, 5-6. Error on a grounder. Johnson, 1-6. Nope, it's a line drive right to first. That's gloved by Jones, and the inning is over. Nothing across except a walk. 3-0 Blackbirds after 6. This really sucks. Yes, Palmer and Hershiser both had excellent strides. They did. Top of the 7th. Leading off for the Red Sox is Tony Canigliaro. He's 0 for 2. 3-0 in favor of the O's. Palmer, 1-6, blank. Canigliaro, 2-1. Against a righty, it's a single. He'll hit that one pass short, and the Red Sox get a man on. Next batter is Scott. Scott is 1 for 2. Infield set for double play. Canigliaro. Strategy rolls are still on, and he'll stay there. Palmer, 5-3. That's a walk plus 10, and he'll walk Scott. Once again, Palmer's in a little bit of trouble. And that is the 4th walk issued by Palmer. And now a chance for Satriano. He has been excellent. He's 1 for 1 with a walk. Strategy, nothing on the 3. Palmer will pitch to Satriano. Palmer, 1-1. That's at the park. Memorial Stadium, 3-3. And that is a fly ball to center field. That'll be caught by Blair. Out number 1, Canigliaro, base runner 3, hit to center -1. Blair -2. Canigliaro is staying right where he is. Mike Nagy is due to bat, but they're taking him out as Nagy coming out of the game. And he is not tired, but they got 2 runners on base here. You got to bring in a batter. And coming on to pinch hit for the Red Sox is going to be Dick Schofield. 257 average, 2 homers, 20 RBIs. Nagy leaves with the L. So Dick Schofield will bat for Nagy, and the Red Sox are going to the bullpen. Top of the 7th, 3-0. You figure Boston's got to get some runs out of this. Strategy, nothing on the 19. Palmer, 2-5, walk, and that 19 is too high. Schofield, 6-3, and it's a base hit past first. Canigliaro will have the speed. He'll come around. He will score. Scott, he will have the speed to get to third. Schofield, a pinch hit RBI single. It's 3-1. RBI single by Schofield. So even though I'm sick, the managing on this channel is still awesome, unlike that other channel with the fluffy cat. And now here's Jones. Now a 3-1 ball game. Jones is 0 for 2 with a walk, and they're going to play the infield in. They don't want Scott to score. Strategy roll, and nothing on the 12. Palmer, 4-2, walk, 17. That's high. Jones, 4-2, fly ball, center field. That's going to be out number 2. Will it score Scott? Sacrifice fly of 1, hit the center, +2 is a 3. They got it. It's 3-2. So Scott comes in, and now it's a 1-run ball game. So he'll get the sacrifice fly. Now here's Andrews. Schofield stays at first. Andrews is 0 for 3. 3-2 now, bottom of the 7th, as the Red Sox are coming back. Infield is back. Strategy, nothing on the 17. Palmer, 1-1 at the park. Memorial Stadium, 5-5. That's a grounder to first base. That'll be handled by Powell. He'll take it himself. And that will end the inning. 2 runs on 2 hits, a walk, and a sacrifice fly. And we are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Tomorrow night, we will go back to the senior circuit for Game 2 of the National League Championship Series. The San Francisco Giants and the Chicago Cubs. Gaylord Perry will be going for the Giants, and Fergie Jenkins will be going for the Cubs. That's a pretty good pitching matchup between two Hall of Famers. Giants lead that series 1-0. I think it's a must-win game for the Cubs. Game 2, Giants, Cubs, NLCS, tomorrow night on the network. 3-2 Orioles here, bottom of the 7th. Mark Belanger leads off for B-Moore. He's 0 for 1 with a hit batter. And they're going to go right-left. They got a righty here. So coming on to pitch for the Red Sox is going to be Vicente Romo. He'll make another appearance. Romo has 1 win and a couple of holds in the postseason. So Vicente Romo will be pitching. He can pitch to 8. We'll see how long he goes. Romo will pitch to Belanger. Romo, 1-5, strikeout. That's high. Belanger, 3-5. That's a ground out to short. Taken care of there by Petrocelli. Over to first, 1 out. Here's Hendricks. Hendricks is 1 for 2. He's got a single. Romo, 6-3. Hit by pitch. No. And that would have kicked out Romo. Hendricks, 3-4. And he hits 1 to left field, but Yaz will get to that. And that's out number 2. Now the batter is Palmer, and he can pitch to one more batter before he tires. I'm going to let Palmer stay in there. He's not a bad hitter. If there were runners on base, I would probably pinch hit with him. But I'm going to let Palmer bat. So 2 outs. This is 1969, not 2020. Romo, 3-3. Error on a grounder. Palmer, 2-2. And all Palmer does is get base hits. That's going to be a double to center. Center fielder is Reggie Smith. His error rating is an 11. That's a 10. And he's going to make an error, which will allow Palmer to go to third. Palmer's base running rating is a 3. Smith has a -1 arm, a 1-2. Palmer will score. No, he holds at third. So Palmer gets a double and an error, and E8 on Smith, which allows him to take third. That's the first error on the Red Sox. Palmer says, DH? I still don't need no stinking DH. Now the batter is Buford, but Palmer only gets the extra base on a double. He could not score. So he only gets 1 extra base on an error on the ground, on an error in the outfield. So here's Buford. He's 1 for 2, a double, and walked. Romo's looking at Reggie Smith, say, come on, man, you got to make that. Strategy rolls are still on. Palmer stays put. Romo, 5-4. Home run result against a righty. Buford needs an 8. The 18 is too high. Buford, 5-6, but he's going to ground out to second. That'll be handled by Andrews, and Andrews will throw it over, and the error will not cost them. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, but the Orioles cannot capitalize. Still 3-2 O's after 7. Top of the 8th. Palmer will be tired after 1 more batter. He'll be facing Captain Carl Yastrzemski. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Palmer, 5-3. Walk plus 10. Then that's 17. Yeah, that's going to walk him. Yaz is going to first. So Palmer walks the batter. And now he is tired. And now the batter is Smith. Infield a double play. Palmer says, let me go ahead and try to get this out. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 8. Yaz will stay put. Palmer. 3-6. Strikeout. Nope, that's high. Smith. 2-3. And it's a base hit past third. That'll be a single. Yaz will have to hold at second base. Smith on at first. And now runners at first and second and no one out. And the batter now is Petrocelli, and that will be it for Palmer. Now they have to take him out. So Palmer comes out of the game. Petrocelli coming up to bat. And coming on to pitch for the Orioles is going to be their main closer. They'll use him as a stopper, and that's going to be Eddie Watt. Watt has one save in this postseason. So Palmer leaves with a W, at least for now. Runners at first and second, no one out, top of the 8th. And here's Petrocelli. He's 1 for 3. Eddie Watt can pitch to 5 batters. They're going to bring him in as a stopper. Remember the days when remember the old days, really, they didn't have any closers. What they had was stoppers designed to stop the opposing team from scoring runs. So I'm going to use them as a stopper in this case. And we still have those today, actually. They just don't call them that anymore. Yaz on at second. Smith on at first. No one out, top of the 8th. Nothing happening on Strat. Watt, 4-6. Against a righty, that's an automatic out. And that's going to be a ground ball to third. Now, where was that hit to? And that was hit right at the third baseman. So they're going to try to go around the horn. 2, 3, 4. Second base pivot. Johnson +1 is a 5. And they got the double play. 2 outs. Yaz does go to third. So 5-4-3 double play. And now the batter is Canigliaro. And he's 1 for 3 with a single his last time up, but now 2 down. And now Yaz on at third. Watt trying to go ahead and get out of this inning. He may pitch the 9th if necessary and close the game. Yaz on at third. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 13. Watt. 4-3. That's a blank. Canigliaro. 1-5. And that is a ground ball to third. The vacuum cleaner sucks it up, blows it over to first, and the Red Sox get nothing. No runs, a hit, a walk. And that's all the Red Sox get. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Still 3-2. Strand the tying run at third. Two righties and a lefty coming up for the Orioles. Vicente Romo will stay on the mound. Paul Blair leads off. He's 1 for 3. He hit a 3-run bomb his last time up, which accounts for the 3 runs the Orioles have had. I got to admit, really, if it wasn't for the home run, the Red Sox be leading this game. Blair 1 for 3. Bottom of the 8th. Orioles looking for insurance. Romo, 2-6, range play. Blair, 6-2, fly ball, right field. Going after that is Canigliaro, not who you want to hit to if you're a Red Sox fan. His range is a 1. That's going to be a single for Blair. So Blair will get a base hit, a leadoff hit for him, as there was no way that Canigliaro was making that play. Now here comes Robinson. Robinson is 0 for 3. Infield set for double play. Strategy rolls are still on. Nothing happening there. Romo. 1-5. Strikeout. Too high. Robinson. A 2-4. And against the righty, it's a ground ball to second base. 3, 4, 5. Shortstop pivot Petrocelli 0, 1-5. And they turn a double play. 2 outs. 4-6-3. as they turn a big-time twin killing. 2 down. Let's see. The Orioles have hit into 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the 5th double play Baltimore has hit into. The Red Sox have hit into 3 double plays, one of them a line out. The Orioles have hit into 5 double plays in this ball game. That doesn't happen often. Now here's Powell. He's 0 for 1, but he's walked twice. Romo, 5-3. Against the lefty, it's a base hit. Powell will go ahead and hit that past the pitcher, and he'll get a single. How big was that double play now? And now a chance for the vacuum cleaner. He's 0 for 2 and got hit by a pitch. Powell on at first, and he'll stay there. Romo, 3-4. Walk. That's high. Robinson, a 2-1, and he hits one to right field. That's an 8, and that's going to be a wow, just missed the double. That's going to be a single against a righty. Powell, a base runner, 3 with 2 outs. Single to right +1, a 1-4. Powell will get to third. That's a 6. Right fielder is Canigliaro. He has a +1 arm. So a 1-3, there could be a play. And no, Powell will hold at second base. So Powell holds at second. And now a big hit by Robinson, and now here's Johnson. Johnson is 0 for 3. Romo is tired. They would like to finish him out here, but if you hit an S1, that's going to be automatic. Well, let's see what they're going to do here. And they're actually going to let Romo pitch. Romo actually does better against righties than he does against lefties. Romo's going to pitch. They're going to take a chance. He is tired. So Powell on at second, Robinson on at first. Romo trying to get out of this inning for the Red Sox. Strategy roll. That's a 4, nothing happening. Fans here at Memorial Stadium hoping for a big hit. Romo, 3-6. Home run chance. Righty, 1-11. The 9 is good against a righty. Johnson needs a 6. Does Davy Johnson help the Orioles out? Just missed it with a 7. Johnson, 2-2, and he grounds it to second base. Up with it is Andrews. He throws to first to get Johnson, and the inning is over. Just got over it. No runs, 3 hits for the Orioles. That could be huge. 3-2 after 8. Wow, Davy Johnson needed a 6, and he got a 7. Talk about not coming through in the clutch. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Orioles lead 3-2, top of the 9th. Eddie Watt, he can pitch to 3 more batters, and he's going to stay out there. George Scott, leading off for the Bo Sox. He is 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Watt really is the Orioles' best man in the bullpen. He says, let me pitch, coach. Watt, 6-2. Hit by pitch. No, the 18 is high. Scott, 6-3, and it's a base hit past third. The tying run is on. So Scott gets a leadoff single. And now here's Satriano, who has been excellent. He is 1 for 2, a single, a walk. Infield, a double play depth. Scott on at first. Red Sox trying to maybe tie it up or something. Strategy roll. That is a 2. And Satriano actually gets the hit and run call. But Scott is really not that quick. I think he got to but Satriano, though, does ground out the double plays. The hit and run actually came up. He is a 1. And that was a 2. Satriano's a 7. So +3. Ooh, do we take a chance? I think we take a chance. Hit and run is on. What? 5-3. That's at the park. Memorial Stadium, 2-1, and it's a ground ball to second base. Now, 3, 4, 5. And the shortstop +1 is a 6, but you can only, but the hit and run removes a double play by 2. So that 6 actually becomes a 4. But does that help anyway? A 1 to 4, it's a double play anyway. And it's a 6. Scott will get to second. The only play he had was to first, so the tying run will go to second base. So a grounder to short, but the only play he has is the first base, and now Scott is at second. Pinch hitter coming in for Romo, as he is done. And coming on to pinch hit for the Red Sox is going to be Sid O'Brien. 243 average, 9 homers, 29 RBIs. Sid O'Brien's going to get his first appearance here in the postseason. Scott on at second, and no, you don't walk him. You don't put the go-ahead run on base. Scott on at second. Watt will pitch. Strategy roll. That's a 20. Watt turns around, fires to second. Nope. Scott will get back, and that would have been a huge pickoff. Watt will now pitch to O'Brien. Watt, 5-6 against a righty. Strikeout +10. He becomes a 17. -2 is a 15. That's a 14. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Clutch strikeout by Watt. But he is now tired. And now the batter is Jones. Jim Connell joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Now the batter is Jones. Jones hits righties a little better. And Watt against lefties a little weaker. He is tired. The Orioles thinking about the bullpen. And I think that's what they're going to do. Eddie Watt's going to come out of the game. The Oriole bullpen is excellent. So coming out is Eddie Watt, and coming in is Pete Rickert. Rickert does not have any official stats in this postseason, but he has a chance to get a save. So Watt right now has a good chance to get a hold. And Rickert coming in to try to get a 1-out save. Dalton Jones is the batter. Do the Red Sox want to do anything about that? And Jones is the first baseman. I do have another first baseman if necessary. And Jones is going to come out. And coming on to pinch hit for the Red Sox is going to be Billy Canigliaro. 288 average, 4 homers, 7 RBIs. Probably might be moving Yastrzemski to first and probably put Joe LaHood in left field if this game goes any further. So I'll need a first baseman if anything. So Billy Canigliaro is going to come up to bat against Pete Rickert. 2 outs. Scott on at second. 3-2 Orioles, top of the 9th. Game 1 of this ALCS. Rickert's job, get 1 out. Strategy rolls are still on. That's a 13, nothing happening. Rickert looking at Billy Canigliaro. Fans here at Memorial Stadium are hoping for a good pitch. Rickert, 2-4. And against a righty, it's going to be an automatic out. And that's going to be a grounder to second base. Up to Davy Johnson. He's got it. Pumps once, pumps twice, throws to first. That's your game. The Orioles will escape a close one here, but they take a 1-0 series lead, a 3-2 win over the Red Sox. Stadium cheers. Yay! No runs and a hit for the Red Sox. And it really could have went either way. But Pete Rickert's going to go ahead and get a 1-out save, his first. And Watt is going to get a hold. But a big win here for the Orioles as they take a 1-0 series lead. Final line score coming up. For the Orioles, 3 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. For the Red Sox, 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. The winning pitcher is gentleman Jim Palmer. He's going to go to 2-0-1 on the postseason. Mike Nagy will take his loss. He'll go to 0-2-1 on the postseason. Watt gets his first hold, and Pete Rickard gets his first save. So a good game here for the Orioles as they have a 1-0 series lead. Tomorrow night, game 2 of the National League Championship Series between the San Francisco Giants and the Chicago Cubs. The Giants lead that series 1-0. Gaylord Perry for the Giants, Fergie Jenkins for the Cubs. I don't know about you, but that's a heck of a pitching matchup. Join me for tomorrow night, game 2 of the NLCS. Giants and Cubs, Perry and Jenkins. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight, and thank you again for putting up with my cold. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the darn bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. See you guys tomorrow night. The Baltimore Orioles win a close one. It's 3-2 Orioles. They lead this American League Championship Series 1-0. See you tomorrow night.